Okay, we got that one done. You can unmute now. You hear me? Austin? Oh, please tell me something's not wrong with your thing. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, it took me a minute.
Yeah, that was it muted on you again.
To turn on. Yeah, I was trying to get out of the chat and back in here to turn my microphone back on.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear the music on my end at all, so I didn't know exactly when the song ended.
Yeah, no, that's the bad part.
Also, you know I can't hear it on my end.
Yeah.
Okay, it is what it is.
Yeah, we just make it for the sake of the video, and then we can talk about it. Now, what gave you the idea is to do that song? I mean, like, what kind of craziness was going on in your head?
What?
What kind of craziness was going on in your head when you was doing that?
Oh God. That's been 17 years ago that I recorded that as part of the old 2007 demos collection.
And you can't tell me there ain't no craziness either, because like you were young, you're a young buck.
Yeah.
We were all crazy back then.
Oh yeah, I was. Like I told you over on Discord a while back, I think. Like I told you and John, I think back in those days, I was on a whole shit ton of drugs and drinking real hard. So
it was time to party.
Yeah, I'd say it was definitely a lot of substances kind of influenced me to create that. And I was really heavy into. Well, I've always been real heavy into the paranormal, so
yeah,
it was a mixture of substances and the paranormal / supernatural playing on each other.
Well, see, with my drug addictions and stuff, I don't blame that on like paranormal or anything like that. Like, I've gotten more interested in that since I sobered up. You know, it's it's really strange that way. You'd think it would be the other way around, but it's not. I wasn't even interested in conspiracies.
What, back when you were into drugs real heavy?
Nah. Well, I wanted to take over the world after the Y2K was gonna hit. But that was because of a lot of cocaine, dude. Just being fair. You know, like, you do the kind of crack and cocaine I did, dude, and you really flipped out. You know, so.
It's probably almost. It sounds like you were doing almost like the pure stuff. So.
Yeah. It got to the point where like, my buddy made me like what he called the altar, and it was a gravity bond, ball gravity bonds. You know how you have buckets and you got the half-size ones?
Yeah.
He drilled 2 holes in the side and ran a pole through it for a handle, and then we'd fill it up with water and use a 2-liter bottle with a hookah on top of it, and we cut the bottom of the 2-liter off and put pot in the, not the hookah, but the 1-hitter, and we'd put it on top of that, and then we'd lift that 2-liter up, and the gravity would pull the smoke down into the 2-liter, and each person had to put their mouth on the 2-liter's lid and push down, and that smoke would come right up it straight into your lungs.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so you got a whole freaking 2-liter full of smoke going right up into your lungs like that. You know, it was,
did you cough your brains out, or did it?
Usually, if we didn't, like, accidentally put our face in the water, that's called a foul. You couldn't put your face in the water. And the whole object of it was each person had to take a hit until they put their face in the water, and then they got penalized. I can't quite remember.
But yeah, I mean, it was probably a mixture of a mixture of psychedelics and me being
yeah.
real heavy into the paranormal like I've always been that made me do that song. And well, all the others we're going to listen to here.
Yeah.
I'll just to answer that question when you add it.
But it
For all the other songs we play, that was what it was then. But I'm not into any of that and into any of the drugs and stuff anymore. But I still come up with crazy ideas. I don't know if it's the aftershocks of it or if I just
got
the creative spirit tripping me out now.
Right. And just to clear it up too, I don't do drugs anymore.
I didn't think you did.
Well, I know you know that, but like, you got to remember, this is gonna go on. This is gonna go on the wonderful world of weirdness. Yeah, it's kind of important for them to know too.
Yeah. I don't want them thinking we're a bunch of drug heads and stuff,
hanging out,
and or that I'm a big pro drug guy, and I'm not really.
Yeah.
I got way carried away with all that shit back then too. I mean, there was a dark side to it.
Now, before we get into your second song, though, give me a little bit of your ideas about what tonight's interview and what your thoughts were on that.
This interview or the first one, the show?
The one you and your mom just got done.
Oh, it was pretty good. I mean, we had some of the technical issues of conversations going on in the background, and then people talked over each other a little bit because we couldn't tell when one person was finished talking and another wasn't. But other than that, I think it was absolutely immaculate.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, and really enjoyed it. I was glad we finally got Nancy Planetta on there at a witches convention. As part of the Halloween comeback special. That went way better than I even could have imagined.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Getting like a psychic like her, or sensitive, as she says she is, on there at a witches convention, doing like haunted houses tours.
Yeah.
On a Halloween comeback special. Yeah, that went way better. What did you think?
I was completely amazed because I'm all about content, and you know I am. I've never lied to anybody about that. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at the screen, and we've got Nancy sitting at a freaking convention in a booth talking to you guys. And then there's like 2 or 3 other cameras pointing at the crowds in a line. That's content. You know what I mean? That people love that.
Oh yeah.
I'm
sure it's gonna get the killer views just because of how well it went. It went in a way I couldn't have even planned for it to have. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with it. I was surprised you stayed silent when we started getting into the government and political stuff there for a minute.
Oh, I guarantee you I had to, because Mark is one of those guys that are really touchy about politics on things. So I'm thinking more on the lines of like he's back in the background just flipping out, and he was cool about it and everything because he knew that it was a part of the topic and everything. But it was like I could just tell, and on top of that, I really don't like talking too much about politics anymore. I love political history and stuff. And he did mention
more
something.
The history and
he did mention something too. And I'll bring it up here since we're doing this after show. Nancy is leaving Cafe Enigma, and he said if you wanted to, you could take her spot on Cafe Enigma with Dave, I believe his name is.
Dave Campione?
Dave Campione will be on there, though.
He's on there in Cafe Enigma, isn't he?
Yeah. But if If you want to, I can tell him that you said yes, but it's on Tuesdays.
I might. I'll give it some thought.
And he does his shows at like I think they're like 8 o'clock at night.
I went on Tuesdays. That's when he does them.
Yeah.
Now, how late
8 or
do they
9.
run?
He goes at most maybe 1 or 2 hours. I do a lot longer than he does.
Oh, okay.
So I mean,
I'll give it some thought.
you know. But I mean, it's a good opportunity, you know. But and I keep forgetting what they call it. They call him D. I know that much. But he's a pretty good guy. He's an old boy. You know what I mean? Old vet. So. If you ever talk to old vets, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'll give it some thought.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because she's gone on to Vixen's Vault, and he just brought it up and everything. He said if you're interested, let him know.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't hear him say that. It may have been just after I got off.
It was after I lost track of where you guys were at. You know. So
okay.
That was on me. It was like after I went back in and he mentioned it to me.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that everything went off without a hitch. It went really good.
So I mean,
I texted Mom, said you sent that link over. She was saying she really wanted to do the music, but I don't know if she's joining or not. We'll see.
Okay.
See if she makes it over.
She's the thing that's really messed up though is we can't even really hear it. Now I could do screen share, but I don't even know if you'd be able to hear it in screen share. You know.
No, it's worth a shot if you want to experiment with that. I mean,
I could
we'll
try.
Yeah.
And see what happens.
Well, we need to learn more about this stuff anyway, because I want to learn more about live streaming and all that going forward.